Hi, everybody. My name is Hugo. I'm a new Alliance member, joined at the last Houston event. I actually know Tim from about 12, 13 years ago. He taught me how to flip houses, and that's what I started to do, you know, from 2012 to about 2022, 2023. And then I had the opportunity to go build for a developer, business parks. And so I did it through my company. Um, and so these are
How
kind of
many
some of
parks did
the
you guys build in that period?
we built, each business park was about 7 acres. And there was about 7 buildings. So we fully built out one and a half. And then we were starting pre-development on two
Got it.
larger parks. But we also did some mixed use stuff and retail as well. But this was kind of like you can kind of see the building. This is like the inside of these flex industrial buildings that we would build. We'll build a mezzanine and stuff like that. I'm just going to scroll through it quick so you get an idea. I had the cool opportunity to build out a custom man cave. So you'll see the pool table, the craps table. I had the mezzanine with the bar, golf simulator. So this was a really cool project that we got to do. This was like the buildings that we would typically do. Some really beautiful flex industrial buildings. Um, Flex is just a really awesome product because it's flexible. And so we would have uh, a diverse tenant pool. One space was an auto shop, the next space was a man cave, and the next space was a CrossFit gym. The next space, this one right here we built out was an AC supply. Oh no, this one actually, sorry, AC supply was next to this one. This one was actually drop shipping company for like nutrition stuff. So, I was really impressed with this product and I got, 3 years of experience for this developer. You can kind of see the aerials on that, kind of what the business park layout was with the buildings and so forth. And so yeah, so that's a little bit about me. I'm an architect by degree, was flipping houses and then started to build these things. So now I finally have the opportunity to develop my own deal. And so here's our information deck on a 4 acre property close to the ones that I just showed in my previous portfolio. This one's about 15 minutes away. And so I'm calling this project Black Forest Flex Park. I have 45 days to close it. I already finished all of my due diligence. And so now I'm looking to raise. I'll skip the executive summary, but um, right here, my all-in cost with acquisition, construction is around 10.8. We'll call it 11 million. Once stabilized, it's around 17 million, the value. I'm getting it for 2.8. That's what I got the deal under. Got my closing cost estimated, capital reserves. So I'm looking to raise around 4 million bucks on the equity side. Hold period about 2 to 4 years. We've got the CBRE capital markets guys helping on the debt side for the 7 million. Our exit would be a 7 cap. So in talking to a lot of people, since this will be my first time on the development side, not building, but on the development side, a six pref with a 16 to 20% IRR seems like a fair offer, but I'm open to whatever we need to adjust it to so that the deal pencils for everybody and I can actually do my first commercial development from the development side. So I'm not going to go too much more into the details, but I do think looking at the site plan, it's pretty helpful. So the existing site plan is this shape right here, kind of parallelogram-ish with this little angled part. And we've got 1, 2, 3 buildings, which is 1, 2, 3 existing. This is just a carport. A tow company takes up about 1.25 acres right now. And the other, so it's a total of four. Um, and so the rest of the space is open. So this is vacant, this is vacant. They pay $54,000 a year for all of this, which is way under market. And I'm gonna share something with you after I show you this. But the proposal for this business park, it's kind of like a mini mixed use because I see the potential on this major road right here to put a retail building here. I essentially I want to demo I want to demo this building and this building. They're on a month to month, so I can, negotiate, kind of a cash for keys situation with them. Um, if I need to, but they're on a month to month, so I technically don't have to, but I want to be equitable, find out what works for them and so forth. But I want to demo this building. This one I can keep and I can reuse because it's our flex product. And then I want to build these new buildings here, new, and new, to give us kind of this idea right here. All of this inside here, inside the park will be flex. These will be retail, so they'll be a little higher rent. We're located in Houston, right in Tomball, which is a suburb north of Houston, and it's right off of 249. They call it the Aggie Expressway. This is your way to Texas A&M. And so there's a Costco here, a Walmart. There's a new Sam's Club coming in right at this corner, and we're sandwiched right between both. So there's a lot of incentives for developers. Yeah, I've got the development budget already from my previous developments. I already know what my construction is going to be, pretty solid. Here's my site. Costco's right here. These rooftops are completed. Costco's already done. The aerial hasn't been updated. The Walmart Supercenter's here. So I'm located right off this 249 business road. So really high vehicles per day. Really solid location. So I've got all the financials. What really matters the most, I presented this to, I'm one of the partners in the deal. Mark, he specializes in industrial. He'll take care of the leasing and the sales part. Ernesto, this is my business partner. And then Steve, he would be running this project. But I can share this information deck with everyone. What I would like to share is that I shared this with another investor, and he came in and he said, "Well, how much do you want for me to buy you out?" And so that was a surprise because I wasn't expecting an offer to buy us out. I was looking for a partner. But he did open me up to the possibility, while all of this is great, the 17 million and cost of 11 million, that leaves about $6 million of gross profit in the deal in, we'll call it 3 to 4 years. It's a pretty good return. However, what he saw, and he just presented this yesterday, was doing an iOS deal. And so I ran the numbers really quick on the iOS, and it would be essentially a 12-month play, so a 1-year play. And what he would do is that he would rent out, if I'll go back to the site plan, he said, "Hugo, what I would do is bump the rent up for these guys. This building, put a new user in here, get a Hertz rental, get a Ahern, get a Sunbelt or something, rent out this outdoor for them, rent out this building, give them this outdoor space, and essentially, with those rents, we'll get it to, like, instead of $1 million a year, get it to $435,000 a year." And so I quickly underwrote the deal, and that gives it a value of about 5.6 million. And that's something that, the comps in the area show that we could find users like that within 6 to 12 months. Once we sign those leases, list it for sale. So if I got it for 2.8, 2.9 with closing costs and all, and we can sell this thing for 5 to 6 million in a year, that's like, you make 2 million now versus, 6 million in 3 to 4 years. Or not now, but in 12 months versus 3 to 4 years. So that's kind of what he opened me up to, and that's why he wants to buy me out. So I got to find out a buyout price. But essentially, I'm open to both, and that's my deal. So this Black Forest Flex Park, I would love to, develop my first flex park, which is what I was doing. And it's got good numbers, it's got a good location, strong economics, demographics in the area. But we're also open to just doing it like an iOS play and flipping it. So if anybody's interested in this kind of product type or open, or they can connect me with someone, I'd appreciate it because I got 45 days. So
That's good, Hugo. Thank you. And what does iOS stands for?
Industrial Outdoor Storage.
Right, awesome. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure.